Welcome to Div Tech 101, aka Black Mental, as we discuss information technology, also known as IT. In today's episode, I'm going to be going over a very special topic that I wanted to talk to, and this is in reference to the parents, or a message for the parents. If you have small children that play tablets and video games and things like that online, you may want to tune in and listen to this message. So today's topic that we're going to have up for discussion is what I'm going to call adoccalypse. Adoccalypse, kind of like an apocalypse, but adoccalypse is basically the battle against inappropriate ads targeting innocence. And what this video is about, parents, is I wanted to dive into a conversation about how inappropriate ads that prey on the innocence of children online. And this is basically a journey to start to uncover the shocking tactics that are employed by advertisers that are bent on infiltrating kids' content. And this can be from sneaky subliminal messaging to graphic imagery, but I definitely want to expose the dark side of this and of this digital advertising. So definitely brace yourself, because it's going to be a roller coaster of emotions that could go on from this video. But I definitely want to discuss the impact of how our young minds are in their urgent need for our digital safety. And just get ready to be informed, enraged, inspired to protect our children's innocence in the digital age. Now, if you are a parent who has a small child and you want to be sure that you are able to protect them online, there are some things that you're definitely going to have to take a look at, because as you look over the course of time, the tablets that our children have, it's when they're playing these games. If you ever sit down with them and playing these games, I promise you have seen ads come up with different games that are maybe trying to sell or make your kid click on. Any kind of ad that is going to circle around some of the things that they may be playing. Like if there's a game that they're playing, sometimes the ads are about games, sometimes the ads are not about games. Either way it go, I definitely stand on the side of ads not being present on kids' tablets, because kids do not need to see these particular type of ads by any means necessary. And it doesn't matter, what demographic that the kid is from. That's basically all kids. And I'm very concerned about the regulations around this. And there was an ad that came back in 2018 or 2019. It was basically saying about 95% of the ads that come up on the kid's tablet are definitely disruptive and definitely manipulative. And what happens is that on these tablets, the kid is in the middle of playing a game, and you can, if you have a relative, if you don't have any kids, you have a relative that may have some kids. Next time you see them, sit beside them. I want you to see how these ads happen. And what they do is they purposely cut off the ability to exit out of the game or exit out of the ad for an extended period of time. And it may be upwards of 30 seconds to a minute. The average child is not going to know to click the X in the upper left hand or the upper right hand corner. Now, an adult, a functional adult, is going to know what they need to click off of, click on, and things of that nature. But a kid that's around the age of 5 is not going to know. Now, the thing is that there's a lot of free games that are out there online. And when the kids download these games, or the parents have them download these games, parents, you have to pay attention 100% of the time on the type of ads and type of games that the kids are actually playing. And now with the average child using a mobile device these days, has it for over 1 hour a day. And that's speaking on the small side. But how you get around this is a couple different ways. The first thing, parents, is when your kids are watching YouTube Kids, make sure that they're in the app and make sure they are watching appropriate content. Now, excuse me. Now, what I'm beginning to see is I'm beginning to see adults getting into the kids playing with toys, and kids are going to be attracted to the toys. They're not looking at the adults. And there's a lot of junk that's beginning to show up on YouTube Kids. So if you have children, definitely be aware and watch. Make sure you watch what they're watching, and making sure that there's no any persuasion of any commercial characters or in-app purchases to enhance any kind of gaming experience. If the kids are going to play a game, try your definite best, parents, to make sure that the game is educational. And the crazy thing about it is that the advertisers know exactly what they're doing. They know that they are targeting kids. See, an adult can filter through the content. An adult can see an ad and not react to it, but a kid is going to see an ad, and that ad can easily be persuasive to them, and it can be distracting and misleading. So we definitely want to make sure that we do everything that we can to protect the kids online. Now, there was another thing that I want to definitely go over with you all, and that is making sure that these ads are getting more and more personalized, and they're getting more and more embedded and interactive in mobile devices, and kids think that they are part of the games. I've seen so many of these on the kids' tablets. Even if you're getting them the Amazon Fire tablets, and even though the Fire tablets are supposed to be age appropriate to when you move the marker up or down or to set the time of day that the kid uses it, these ads are still making it through there. These kids have no idea on how to get around this. So what happens is that a familiar character could appear up on the screen, and that's going to remind the child to pay attention to certain in-app upgrades and purchases, and that's going to make the game more appealing and more fun. In reality, it is not. The thing is that each time that the kid is clicking on things, that information is being readily and available and given up. So the kid is giving information to advertisers, and advertisers are then in return targeting more and more specific games that the kid may like. So even if the game is free, the game is going to be packed with more distracting and persuasive ads. And the banners are beginning to be so overt now. Sometimes the banners cover the top, the bottom, the sides of the screen during gameplay, present in 17% of all the apps and 27% of the free apps. Some of the banners promote adult appropriate content or apps that require the user to watch the full promotional before the box can be closed, and that is utterly ridiculous. To whoever creates these ads out there, it's one thing targeting adults because we know information is sold, but where it becomes a problem is that when you advertisers know that kids are playing these games and you're sending these ads to those games, and that most definitely needs to stop. And if you are not a parent, it may be a little bit hard to grasp the concept, but if you are a parent, you know exactly what I am talking about. Because the average 8-year-old child cannot distinguish between media content and advertising. And of course, in the US, there's less regulations than what it would be completely, for like overseas. But the privacy for youth is at stake. And this is a growing concern that needs to be taken care of. Now, whether if it's something that's managed by the COPA laws, the Child Online Privacy Protection Acts, or laws managed by the FTC or Federal Trade Commission, these definitely have to protect children under the age of 13. At what age could we say, okay, that kids are going to see ads at this age and kids are not going to see ads at this particular age? But we have to start reporting these type of app makers and hold them accountable for unfair and deceptive practices. and this can be false marketing that require in-app purchases as free. In the midst of that, they're manipulating the children to watch the ads in order to make a purchase. Because think about it, each time that the ad is shown up in the kids' videos, of course, somebody's getting paid. So what do you think about that, people? Definitely leave it in the comments below. If you're some other parents out there that have experiences with your child, please leave your comments below, because this definitely is a topic that does not need to go unnoticed, especially for anybody that's going to be a parent and new parents coming up. They definitely need to understand that when you lay that tablet in that kid's hand, you better 100% pay attention to everything that that kid is accessing. Because if you are not, somebody else is going to be making money off your kid clicking and touching around on that tablet. So parents, like, listen, subscribe to the channel, DevTech 101, aka Black Mantle. Look forward to bringing more content to you soon.